Today, I thought we'd be talking about 8 easy steps to a struggle free bedtime routine. Are you struggling with getting your kids in bed and having a bedtime routine that works? Are you tired of repeating the same instructions every day over and over again with results that are less than satisfactory? Are you losing your patience, screaming even, pulling your hair out? Are you dreading that step at the end of that day, tired from a hard day at work? Are you just fed up? Has bedtime become a negative experience for you and your child? Well, here's the simple way to go about it. Stay tuned. Decide on the time you want your child to be in bed. Once you've picked the time, the routine should start 1 hour before that. One very important point I need to make is you can't rush this routine or push your child to hurry up. This routine has to be calming and should not be rushed. Hurrying your child in this last hour is very stressful, and it activates his stress response, and it defies the purpose of the routine, which is to calm your child. Not only that, rushing your child just makes for an unpleasant interaction between the two of you. The goal is to make this time of the day a pleasurable experience so that your child will look forward to it, or at least not fight it. The brain is programmed to naturally produce melatonin as the body unwinds and lights start to dim. Melatonin is a hormone that helps us to start feeling sleepy and then fall asleep. This is why it's so important to dim the lights, to shut off all screens at least an hour before bedtime, or else you delay melatonin production and your child will have a hard time falling asleep. So take the time and turn off all electronics, including yours, at least for this moment. Drop your cell, your iPad, your television, your computer, and be totally focused on your child for this last hour before bedtime. The light and the stimulating effects of screens actually disrupts the sleep cycle. When you're going to develop a routine for bedtime, make sure it's the same routine every night. Make it predictable. This will program the brain to know that it's preparing for sleep. It will not only help with the natural production of melatonin, but your child will naturally calm down and unwind and gradually will start to feel sleepy. This is also an excellent opportunity for parents to slow down from a busy day and bond with their child. Part of the bedtime routine with small children involves the participation of the parents. You need to drop everything and focus 100% on your child. Be totally present, or your child will feel that you're not totally there, and that's when they don't listen. Remember that the goal of this routine, which is not only to prepare your child for sleep and the restorative benefits of rest and dreams, it's also a precious moment where the two of you will bond and connect and be truly present in this moment. You need to trust me on this one. It's not a waste of time or a meaningless activity for your child. It actually crowns the day beautifully, brings safety and security as an added benefit, and it's the perfect opportunity to show your child how much you love him or her. It truly is in these ordinary moments that your relationship grows and develops. This is where the connection truly happens, daily. You know, there's a richness and a bunch of hidden gifts in the simplicity and routine of daily life. So here are 8 simple steps that I propose for a struggle-free bedtime routine. The routine can start like this every night, and this is the trigger point. That's how it starts. So start with helping your child tidy up so that when you get up in the morning, you're not greeted by clutter and chaos. And explain this to the child as you're doing it. How beautiful this is and how you're going to wake up and everything will be nice and tidy. Kids need to understand what we do and why we do it. Don't ask your child to do it, not at first anyway. Just help your child pick up their toys Do it together. Choose their clothes for the next day. Put together their school bag or sports equipment. Do it together, and over time, your child will end up doing it on their own. This way, you have everything ready so that you're not rushed in the morning, which is a problem I see in so many families today. It's always rush, rush, rush. Rush at night, rush in the morning. Nothing is ever slow paced. The next step is the bathroom routine. It should involve going to the bathroom, brush and floss the teeth, the nighttime bath or shower. Once again, don't rush anything. The warm water will naturally relax your child and prepare them for sleep. Adding organic lavender essential oil to the bath water will further relax your child. You don't need to put many drops, and please don't buy synthetic lavender essential oil, as it is toxic, and the synthetic one does not have the benefits of real lavender. I can't emphasize enough the importance of not rushing bath time or any part of this routine. Just remember, you've allotted time for this. You've created a bedtime routine that includes bath or shower time, and that way you don't need to be rushed. If your child really loves bath time and you always feel rushed through it, just start the routine a bit earlier. Another thing you can do with your child is to make your own bath salts. You can use, for example, sea salt, Epsom salt, and add the lavender I was mentioning earlier, and you involve your child in making this recipe. You'll spark an interest in your child in wanting to use what she created, and she'll look forward to bath time. After the bath, gift your child with a soothing massage as you rub a nice moisturizing cream or oil on his or her little body. Don't forget to massage the feet. It will really relax them as well and prepare them for sleep. Don't underestimate the wonderful power of a loving touch. Children love to be touched, love to be massaged, love to be hugged. It shows your child that they matter, that you love them, that you care. After the massage, they can then put on their little pajamas. You can then follow at the fourth step with a short routine of PM yoga as a way to prepare their little bodies for sleep. It literally can be as short as 30 seconds, up to 5 minutes if they're very young, but children usually enjoy it. You can do yoga that you find on YouTube, or just do a few relaxing stretches. Depending on the age of your little one, the bath and the massage may have been enough to relax your child, and you may skip the yoga or the stretching altogether. The fifth step is to cuddle in bed with your child and read a beautiful bedtime story. I've found that one story is enough, and sometimes as a treat, we may add another one. Just make sure the stories are calming, full of imagery, and prepares the child for sleep. Don't be surprised if your child always wants the same story. You know, it takes a few times to take the whole story in. They're not bored as you might be by the repetition. I remember when I was little, every night I kept asking my dad to read Pinocchio, and he'd say, "Again?" And I just loved that story for some reason. Stories prepare them for calm sleep and the world of dreamland. After the story, sixth step is I like to end the day on a positive note and ask my daughter for 3 things she was grateful for today. And I tell her what I was grateful for as well. In the 7th step, just before kissing my daughter goodnight, we have a special prayer for continued health and protection. But you can do whatever you like. You don't have to be religious or spiritual. You can just have a blessing of your own to prepare your child for sleep. The reason we have a special prayer for healing is my daughter was diagnosed with leukemia when she was a tiny 2.5-year-old. A friend of mine who wasn't supposed to survive her cancer shared this special prayer with us when she found out my daughter was sick, and we've said it every night since. As for your family, You can end the night on a prayer, a poem, a blessing if you like. Whether you're religious or not, or spiritual, it really doesn't matter. Last but not least, the 8th step, shower your child with kisses and hugs to escort her to dreamland. As your young toddler gets older, you won't need to assist every step of the way. Obviously, there'll be days that are harder than others, even if they're 6 or 7, and you'll just want to help them and be with them. Don't get impatient. Maybe it's just their way to want to connect with you. The rhythm, the repetition will establish the routine on its own by doing it every day. And your child will follow it beautifully. My daughter is 7, and I still do this with her. I'm not annoyed by it or frustrated. I look at it as time we spend together, so I actually look forward to it. And I do my routine at the same time, so even if I have stuff to do after, I'll be ready for bed. These are really precious moments that we share, and I look forward to this downtime every night. It allows me to switch gears, slow down my pace, and then give myself the gift of my own relaxing bedtime routine, and it forces me to stop. It's the daily repetition of this routine that sets in a rhythm. The consistency will reduce the incidence of struggles, but most of all, your child will experience this part of the day as positive. Consequently, will look forward to it and not fight it. Repetition, consistency, keeping the sequence, assisting your child, not rushing, infusing it with love and patience, staying present in the moment are essential ingredients to a successful bedtime routine. Remember to make the adjustments necessary based on your child's age, your values, etc. Give it at least 3 months to have enduring effects. Tell me how it goes. Comment below and share your questions or experience. This video is also a featured article in Easing Articles. I'll provide the link below. To get my free ebook, go to my website, drmadragrano.com. Thank you so much for watching.